Así entendemos los revolucionarios cubanos nuestro deber internacionalista. Así entiende nuestro pueblo sus deberes, porque entiende que el enemigo es uno, el mismo que nos ataca a nosotros en nuestras costas y en nuestras tierras, el mismo que ataca a los demás. Y por eso decimos y proclamamos que con combatientes cubanos podrá contar el movimiento revolucionario en cualquier rincón de la tierra.
Hello guys, welcome to the 1804. Today we'll be mainly talking about the announcement of the Navy vessels going into Haiti, announced by Trudeau at CARICOM, and also Moïse Jean Charles heading to Russia for assuming some type of meeting. So we'll get into it right now. So on the 16th, there was this CARICOM meeting in the Bahamas, and Justin Trudeau made the announcement that Canada would be sending two Navy vessels to Haiti, with the intent of surveillance and intelligence gathering. But we'll get the statement right here for you. So Canada deploys 2 Kingston-class ships to Haiti in response to the worsening security crisis. Today, the government of Canada announced the deployment of 2 Royal Canadian Navy Kingston-class vessels to Haiti in the light of the worsening security crisis in the country. Canada is providing the assistance in response to Haiti's request for assistance as violence continues to escalate in the country. Keep in mind, this request for assistance is made by an illegitimate government. There's no one in power at the moment. No legitimate power. This request was not made by a democratically elected leader. His Majesty's Canadian ships, Glass Bay and Moncton, that's the name of the ships, with a combined company of 90 Royal Canadian Navy sailors, will conduct a presence patrol in and around Haiti waters in the coming weeks, focusing on the waters in the vicinity of Port-au-Prince. And for those who don't know where Port-au-Prince, that's most of the population lives, and that's where the capital is. The deployment of the region will contribute to Canada's maritime situational awareness and will seek to bolster efforts to establish and maintain peace and security for the people of Haiti. The Kingston-class maritime coastal defense vessels, MCDVs, are multi-role vessels with a primary mission of coastal surveillance and patrol. So basically here, the statement down below also shows that they are also deployed in West Africa in an operation called Projection. But mainly here, this is similar to the planes, the CP-140 planes, I believe, that they sent hovering over Haiti a couple weeks ago. And it was a similar message given out too, mainly for surveillance, surveillance and intelligence gathering. There's 2 things to this, which is true. And speaking to my friend Travis Ross, he was actually mentioning too that there is gang activity on the water, which is something I didn't really mainly think of, because I thought the reasoning in terms of the plane, they could find a reasoning because yes, you can hover around and check it out. But at the end of the day, what's the job? The job of a plane, a drone could be up there and gone. A sophisticated drone could have been put up there and essentially done the same job. So that was one question to raise. However, it does make sense because you are overseeing a land and you can get intelligence in that sense. But it seemed like the plane seemed to be overkill for what it was trying to do. And now we're seeing similar to the boats. Yes, there's gang activities on the waters, especially with AR shipping from from Miami or from Florida to Haiti as well. However, having 90 Royal Canadian Navy sailors, to me, that raises the question in terms of how, like, why is this, the number to me is high in terms of why there's so many people, for if it's really just for intelligence gathering. But then again, I'm not an expert in how many people are carried on the boat usually on time. I just find that excessive and a bit of a waste of taxpayer money, considering that this will almost do, in terms of raising stability, this to me wouldn't really do anything. And considering the fact that, again, the Haitian national government never put out a statement about this intelligence gathering, yet Canada did. It seems like Canada's just doing, like, it just seems like Ariane Henry is taking a back seat, and Canada's kind of like testing the waters, like Dan Cohen had mentioned earlier last week, kind of testing the waters for an invasion and seeing how what the sentiment is. It looks to me like a similar tactic. So I'll play the video of Justin Trudeau announcing the invasion. Sorry, not the invasion. My bad. The Navy vessels going to that are going to be along the coast of Haiti. Not an invasion. Not the invasion. Sorry.
Critical to prosperity is stability in the region, and Canada, like you, is very concerned about the ongoing unrest and instability in Haiti. Right now, Haiti is confronted with unrelenting gang violence, political turmoil, and corruption. Armed groups are committing murder, rape, and other gender-based violence, kidnapping innocent people and recruiting children to terrorize and subjugate people. It hits close to home not only in the region, but also in Canada with our strong Haitian diaspora community. Prime Minister Henry is here with us as a leader of a CARICOM member state. Now is the moment to come together to confront the severity of this situation. As neighbors, and for Canada, as a partner with decades of history and support for the people of Haiti, we need to work on long-lasting solutions that will restore.
Just want to make sure, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but yeah, this is Justin Trudeau at the CARICOM conference.
Order and security, allow for essential aid to flow to those who urgently need it, and create the conditions for free and fair elections so that the Haitian people can live in a stable and democratic society. The toll of human suffering in Haiti weighs heavily on me. As Canadians, our fundamental objective is to ease the suffering and empower Haitians to chart their own future.
And again, for those, if you're listening for the first time, essentially the U.S. wanted Canada to lead this sort of intervention or invasion of Haiti. Senator Blinken even made the trip up to Canada to meet with Melanie Joly and other delegates to discuss this. And then you saw within a week later, you saw that Justin Trudeau tried to get CARICOM to try and get a unite and try to push some type of multinational force into Haiti as well. So now we're seeing here that he's announcing, well, you could say it's not the first time that Canada does the job of the United States, but you can see that he's putting it into action, at least some parts of it.
We're working closely together to help address the political.
And by some parts, I mean some parts, things to put the invasion in place, so it can eventually happen.
Security and humanitarian crisis in Haiti. I want to highlight, I just had an excellent and constructive conversation this morning with Prime Minister Henry, and I know many of you have as well. We need to continue to work and put the Haitian people at the center of everything we do. We've provided direct support to the Haitian National Police so that Haiti has the tools and support to solve this situation, including by deploying surveillance aircraft and vital strategic security equipment and vehicles, and additional delivery of MRAP vehicles in the coming days. And today, I am announcing that Canada will also deploy Royal Canadian Navy vessels to conduct surveillance, gather intelligence, and maintain a maritime presence off the Haitian coast in the coming weeks. Canada continues to reinforce the capacities of the Haitian police to overpower armed gangs and hold those who support them accountable. De façon très urgente, il faut alimenter les capacités de la police nationale d'Haïti pour qu'elle prenne le dessus sur les gangs, afin d'apprendre des leçons du...
So, if you guys want to see the rest, it's on CPAC, but I'm sure you can find it anywhere on YouTube as well. So we'll see how this goes, but this is like many people mention, they're following this. It looks like they're testing the waters for an invasion here. Also show how weak the government is, but at the same time, it comes hand in hand with an illegitimate government. But you know, the other types of illegitimate governments are usually the ones that get overrun, like by, for example, coup d'états. Like even we see Diane Bouillarte in Peru, which basically she was unelected, but yet her government is strong and still standing right now, even with the, unfortunately, even with the protests that were going on there too. So we'll see how this goes. This is just a video of Ariel Henry here discussing the sanctions I want to share here.
Niveau sanction, dernier sanction qui sorti là, qui réaction?
So just the host from VOA just asking what's the reaction of the latest sanctions announced by Trudeau. Trudeau had announced 2 new sanctions from politicians. Then again, if the U.S. is not doing anything, might not have any effect. But he did announce also at CARICAM additional sanctions as well on other politicians.
Sanction yo aide nous. Sanction yo clairement fait que situation un petit peu changé sur le terrain.
So he's saying that it helps it helps the situation in Haiti as well, and it helps them. He's thanking them. I'm assuming him as the government itself.
Nous pas gain rien à revoir à sanction, c'est-à-dire que nous c'est pas nous qui bail non du tout, c'est des sanctions que on prend et nous pas communiquer nous tout dossier moun yo. Donc nous pas gain opinion.
He's saying also here that they didn't communicate all the cases of each individual, like of the Haitian citizens that they took sanctions on them. So that's another thing that's not, I would say, bizarre. I don't want to allude to anything too here or there, but there hasn't been any type of communication or liaising between two governments with these some of the contacts from these sanctions, which Ariel Henry here is claiming.
Spécifique sous sanction, mais globalement, on sanction qui va permettre que nous ayons une meilleure atmosphère au point de vue sécurité, au point de vue dialogue entre nous, c'est un bon bagage.
So we'll see how this goes. So well, maybe they'll announce some. There's some, and I won't want to share here because who knows where it's from. But it was even one gentleman on a radio show in Haiti. He said he had information that they were supposed to send boots on the ground. Now, how legitimate is that source? I have no clue. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but it is interesting to see, or to hear about it at least. So next up here is tweeted by Travis, but a quote tweet from Moïse Jean Charles, a politician. He ran in 2016 against Jovenel Moïse for president. So Moïse Jean Charles announces he's visiting Moscow. This is after announcing a new coalition of 20 political parties and civil society groups a week ago. So I played a video here of Moïse Jean Charles, and those of you, Moscow, Russia, and the thing is with that, you'll see he went to go visit Moscow, Russia, because as you can see, obviously, the biggest partner of Haiti is the United States. The countries that have been meddling as countries in the core group, but mainly Canada, France, and the United States. Geopolitically, it looks like we're moving into a multipolar world. The rise of China, partnering up, the rise of BRICS as well, with India, South Africa, Brazil, and Russia as well. And we're seeing that Moïse Jean Charles heading to Russia because, in a sense, well, he's going to mention here, they do have, in a sense, a common enemy. Not necessarily, I'm not saying this, I agree with Russia's politics, but we do see how they are treated in the mainstream media, at least here in North America. Even now, we know that they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, where on the media, they made Russia look crazy, saying they blew up their own. But there's a nice article from Seymour Hersh, award-winning journalist, and he's literally talking about how America took out the Nord Stream pipeline, and it's nothing new considering the fact there was a tweet. I wish I'll try and post it if I'll show it up here. But Yeah, there it is. So it was a tweet from a politician, and he's essentially saying, "Thank you, United States, for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline." So there's that. But back to Moïse Jean Charles going to Russia. Now, what is this going to do? What types of discussions? We don't know exactly, but we do see there's a big move here because considering that U.S. basically the head of Haiti in the sense that in terms of the leading the occupation or foreign policies against Haiti, they have been the lead for a very long time. Now we're seeing that they're going to another superpower and discussing some type of maybe deal or agreement, so maybe they can protect themselves, and maybe it can be a benefit to Russia as well, because even geographically speaking, let's just say I'm just geographically speaking, the same way NATO works with all the big countries, assuming let's just say there was a BRICS and then Haiti happened to be in BRICS, just hypothetically speaking, that means if assuming it was a parallel to NATO, a country like Russia or China would be able to put their weapons on Haitian soil, which is not that far from the United States as well. So there's some threats like that are looming, which is why, again, even from the Monroe Doctrine of the United States really want to control the Western Hemisphere for themselves and trying to keep any type of superpower from having any type of influence in the Western Hemisphere. So we're still seeing that today. We'll always see with imperial tactics too. So I'll play the video of Moïse Jean Charles here.
Peuple haïtien, j'en ai annoncé, nous faisons arriver dans le pays là ici, côté nous passer plusieurs pays avant d'arriver là, et nous descendons dans un aéroport moderne qui est baptisé Nukovo. Ça c'est important pour nous dire tout le monde. Le travail qu'on a fait, c'est pour travailler en cachette. Et ça que fait n'importe quel public, ça l'a fait.
He says the work he's doing is not in hiding.
Nous quoi? Pour rôle pays la Russie joué après indépendance, nous songeons, d'après ça l'histoire dit, pays la Russie c'est un parmi les premiers pays qui ont reconnu l'indépendance.
He's saying that Russia was one of the first countries that recognized Haiti's independence.
À partir de 1812.
From 1912.
Nous avons intérêt à connecter ou bien coller Haïti avec pays la Russie.
He's saying today they Russia and Haiti both have interests connected together today.
Nous croyons qu'il y a des bagages qui marquent nous, il y a des bagages qui marquent Haïti avec le pays d'Haïti. Même là, nous avons une distance géographique. Mais il faut nous connaître. Ma fabrique le pays d'Haïti avec le pays là aussi, parce que même, nous sommes le même sort. Nous avons 40 années après l'indépendance en embargo.
He's saying there's a lot of parallels between Russia, including the fact that after 40 years after their independence, they suffered embargoes. And he's saying also that Russia today is a victim under embargo. And I just want to be clear, I'm not pro-Russia or anything like that. I'm just stating out the fact that we are moving into a multipolar world, and we can't be hypocritical with the fact that the United States is the biggest bully on the planet when you're talking about geopolitics or meddling in countries. They are by far the biggest bully. So for a country to Haiti going to another superpower like Russia, to me, you can't blame them at all. And we're seeing more and more countries in Africa aligning them with BRICS countries as well. Maybe if in the past the United States had taken a different approach with their foreign policy, things would be different. But I don't see them being a superpower for very long. Just mainly, they made too many, to me, in my opinion, made too many enemies. And I think their population is seeing through the bullshit, considering the amount of money. And nothing wrong, obviously. It's sad what's going on in Ukraine because it is real and it's sad. But the amount of money they're sending over to Ukraine, but they can't even help their own population. It's very telling.
Nous-mêmes, qui sommes haïtiens, pays d'Haïti, c'est pour nous, il faut nous connecter pays d'Haïti avec pays la Russie.
So Moïse Jean Charles is saying we need to connect the Haiti with Russia.
C'est important pour nous faire un rappel pour tout le monde. Pour qu'on connaisse démarche nous, c'est pas pour nous nuire voisins nous. Quel voisin qui près, quel voisin qui loin.
And he's saying what they're doing is not to insult or diminish our neighbors, which I believe when he's saying neighbor is a neighbor as in the United States. Meaning, to me, if he's saying this, there can still be some type of relation between the United States and Haiti, but doesn't mean that Haiti can't pursue other and talk to other countries, because at the end of the day, Haiti is a sovereign country, at least on paper.
Démarche nous qui s'allie exactement. Son peuple, son pays nous a disparaître. Nous voulons effacer le pays d'Haïti. Nous-mêmes, comme dirigeants, nous ne pouvons pas quitter sa fête. Dans ce sens-là, il faut un travail de concert avec notre peuple, notre pays. Ce n'est pas pour nous nuire voisins comme ça, mais pour qui ça? C'est là que nous avons besoin pour contrôler le territoire pays, contrôler les côtes pays, contrôler les ciels pays, oui.
He's saying they need an army as well to help to protect the sovereignty of their country.
Qui ça a besoin? Son police professionnelle pour le peuple haïtien en sécurité, oui. Qui ça a besoin? C'est l'électricité nous besoin. C'est où?
Electricity as well. Universities as well.
C'est pas nous besoin.
So far, he's not saying anything wrong, but
Production nationale nous besoin. Qui ça a besoin? C'est technologie pour nous entrer dans la question de la science. C'est ça nous besoin. Nous ne pas coller Haïti avec notre peuple pays pour nous voisins. Non, loin de là. Et nous croyons, il y a un monde qui a viré, il y a même parlé d'un monde multipolaire, nous ne pouvons pas nous arrêter dans ces camionnettes là. Et ça fait nous faire appel aux citoyens nous. Qu'est-ce qui est en dedans, qu'est-ce qui est dehors? C'est pour qu'on ait Haïti, c'est pour nous. Nous ne pouvons pas quitter face à Haïti.
he's saying they can't let him erase the country. So the rest of the video is kind of repeating the same thing, but nothing really new. So I'll leave it at that, but you can definitely find this video online as well if you want to watch the rest. So thank you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it very much for the support. Thank you guys and take care.